Hi, I'm Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And those of you that know us know that we are a Martin Custom Shop expert dealer. So we bring you the coolest Martin guitars. You can see them all at empiremusic.com. Call us 412-343-5299. We'll get you a factory setup on anything we sell. Today, I'm not doing a product review. I am doing a comparison of something that's cool to us because we don't do a lot of vintage guitars. And people are always interested in like the vintage versus new debate. And it's a lengthy debate. We don't do a lot of vintage guitars for many reasons. But one of our customers, Richard, came across through a family member a 1968 D-28. Now this guitar obviously has had some work done on it. It's not the original bridge, so I'm prefacing that. Obviously a couple cracks. The neck actually still feels amazing. The action on it's incredible. The big story with a guitar at this age, this is a 50-year-old guitar, 50-plus-year-old guitar, is that back then we had Brazilian rosewood. And Brazilian rosewood is, the sought-after tone wood and very expensive to source. If you wanted to build a new Martin guitar today with Brazilian rosewood, it'd be very, very expensive. But I wanted to compare it sonically to one of the brand new Martin Custom Shop D-28 1937 authentic models. As a custom shop expert dealer, we're able to get these guitars. Like there's only 25 dealers that have access to them. And it's an Adirondack top. This is the 68's a Sitka spruce. And the authentic, the new model, also just has East Indian rosewood, whereas this, obviously the vintage one has Brazilian. Now, this guitar, the 1968 model, assuming that if you came across one without cracks or the bridge replacement, these would be about equal price range guitars. The vintage one, vintage stuff always kind of like ebbs and flows, right? But it's in the neighborhood. So if you were thinking, hey, what's a fair comparison of my dollars today? Would I prefer the sound of a vintage guitar, or would I prefer the sound or feel of a new guitar? First, I just want to play the guitars, and again, it's just like this is just a standard, 68 D-28. So Sitka spruce, East Indian rosewood. Let's hear it in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the comparison when I play the two. So I'm gonna just strum something basic and see what you think. Now we'll compare it to the new Custom Shop D-28 1937 authentic. Again, Adirondack top with East Indian rosewood back and sides. I hear a pretty big difference between the two. Feel-wise, most modern Martins today are coming with a 1 3/4 inch nut width. This 68 has a 1/11/16, so skinnier nut width, which is actually, I don't personally prefer that. I feel it's like a little bit more scrunched in, but just something that's changed over the years, and almost more recently, since like 2017, 2018, Martin started to move to the 1 3/4 because that's kind of like what the market was asking for. Next thing I want to do on this guitar is show the dynamic range. This guitar, when we pulled it out of the case, when Richard brought it in, surprised us with how loud it was. I mean, it's an impressive instrument in terms of its output. I mean, really a loud guitar. Let's see if it can do the soft dynamic and still sound good. And then we'll compare that to the soft to heavy volume on both guitars and see what we think. Definitely opens up. You know, it has the ability to get big and loud for sure. Let's check out the custom shop guitar here and see what it sounds like. This guitar is incredible. It is massive sounding. I'd like to know if you think one sounds darker or bassier or fuller. Something that kind of surprised me, because we don't do a lot of vintage instruments here, because vintage guitars are a complicated matter. A lot of times they haven't been taken care of, they haven't been maintained, they need neck resets. And even though it's cool that they're old and there's that mojo that's you know, sometimes associated with them, the reality of it is like a lot of times they don't function so great. And also, you know, manufacturing in the 1950s and 60s and 70s and 80s, you know, throughout all the time compared to now, the manufacturing tolerances were much, much wider. What was acceptable for a brand across, if, you know, Martin made 10 D-28s in 1968 in a row, the variance on them would be wide in many instances, whether it be from wood curing, wood sourcing, you know, the work that was done with jigs and handwork that made for more variation between instruments. Whereas today, they've really got their wood sourcing down. The aging process for the wood and the curing process is dialed in, and it allows for a more consistent experience for buyers, which is why we like new guitars, because we know what we're getting. Lastly, I'm going to kind of reverse the angle here, and I want to go ahead and just play through the middle here really quickly and see if you hear a difference. Let me know in the comments below what you think. A nice balanced sound for sure. Let's check out the vintage guy, burn through that and see what you think. So that's just a comparison. I'd like to show you guys, like I said, customer just walked in with this cool 68 D-28, Brazilian back and sides. What did you think it compared to the Martin Custom Shop D-28 1937? You can always see us at Empire Music, empiremusic.com. Give us a call, 412-343-5299. Subscribe to our channel. We'd love to talk to you about this guitar or anything in our collection. Down below, let me know, what was your favorite and what did you think about the differences between the two? Thanks so much. I'm Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.